Hello Darts Nutz, welcome to Darts Review channel. This morning I got a surprise package from Loxley Darts in the post, and it was a set of darts that I wasn't even aware of. Today is Friday the 20th of May and this is what I got. The Loxley Aaron baked Beeney darts. Now when I seen the box I thought, oh, that just made me smile. I mean, they were obviously going to do something with his name like that. Anyway, I think the flights have been out a while, but like I say, the darts, I wasn't aware of the darts at all. It's the same kind of shape as what Aaron Beeney uses, but I think these are only in 23 gram. I don't think there's any other weights. And it's a bronze tie coating with like a smooth finish to the barrel. There's no grip etched onto it. Actually looks a really nice dart. They made 250 sets, so I guess you could say it's like a limited edition, but whether that's going to remain that way, I'm not sure, because they said if the demand for them is high, they may get more made. But it goes on sale on Monday, May the 23rd, so I don't know whether I'll get this review done in time for that, but let's check them out. So as mentioned, it's only in 23 gram, the 90% tungsten, there's no soft tip, and I was told they were selling for €64.95, which is around about £55, but that may change when they get into the UK shops. So as you can see, it comes in the Loxley slim cardboard packaging, and I love the design on that. Baked Beeney, and you got a nice box of baked beans. Makes me feel hungry looking at it. So inside you've got a plastic inlay with a velvety flocked covering, and the dart's fitted into a green, did I mention before that green's my favourite colour, point holder. And they come supplied with the short Loxley stems and some really nice bean flavoured standard shape flights. There you go, a really nice tomatoey ketchupy beany product. Alright, so the dart's fitted with a black coated point, and the barrel itself doesn't have any machined cuts, but this bronze tie coating has a nice feel to it, and it may not be the same for everyone, but for me the coating is actually providing a kind of a non-slip feel. I'm not saying it's going to be like that for you, but the closest I can describe the feel of that is if you've got like an old brass set, or you've got like an old copper pipe when it goes that oxidized colour and feel. That's probably the closest I can describe it as. But it's a unique shape, a very pleasing looking elegant form, but I'm not sure it's the kind of dart that works for me as a front gripper, as I've mentioned in the past. And the scallop seems to be more around the middle section, so probably if you're a middle gripper you will find that quite comfortable, but it's just got a very nice feel to it. Now you got that long front tapered section, that scallop, and on the rear it's a more gentle, slightly shorter taper than the front, so it could work for front, mid and rear grippers. I guess it just depends if you get on with the shape, but it does feel nice in the grip there. So for middle grippers, or near enough middle grippers, I think you got quite a comfortable, nice feeling dart there. And it's fitted with the short Loxley stems and some really nice bean standard shape flights. Right, so obviously there's no actual machine grip to talk about, but you can see that coppery bronze coloured coating quite nice there. A long smooth front section, and then the scallop section somewhere around the middle, and the rear section tapering to the end of the barrel, and the Loxley logo at the very end. So there you go, that's the super close look at the Aaron baked Beeney darts. That's fit with a black coated 27mm point. You've got a front tapered section that's 18mm long, and then you've got a parallel section around about 4.8mm wide. Then you've got the scallop that's around about 12mm wide, and then a more gentle taper on the rear of 16mm. Length is 50.8mm and widest is 6.85mm. 23.16 grams. Went 23.17 grams. And 23.17 grams, so nearly perfect. Full setup. 24.77 grams. Here's the balance with nothing attached and with the supplied setup, and this is the balance with medium in between short nylon stems and standard flights. Normally I'd probably give it a 1 because there's no actual machined grip, but the cone itself depends on the individual, but for me it just adds a kind of a non-slip feel, so 3 overall. But where the scallop is, I guess that acts like its own grip, so maybe a little bit more there, 4.5. Is that in as well? I can't tell. It wasn't in anyway. Like I often say, it's not the kind of barrel shape I would go for as a front gripper. But I do like the look of the shape. It's a really pleasing shape to the eye. But what's nice about these is the feel of the coating. Really feels nice. It's a smooth barrel dart, but the coating, it just adds a kind of a grippiness on its own, I think. A little bit spirally through for me through the air. It might be just getting used to it. I haven't really had a lot of time to do my reviews lately, so these are actually my very first throws with the darts. Most of my reviews are like that. It's just because I just don't have enough spare time these days. So normally I'd have a few throws first to see what it feels like to throw, and then do my review. But more often than not, I just grab the darts and start throwing. But what I like about these is the coating. It just has a really nice feel to it, and it's hard to describe that on camera. Like I say, the closest I can probably describe it to is like when you get an oxidized copper pipe. That is probably the closest. Now, as a front gripper, I'm never that keen on quite a longish front taper. It's mainly because the darts always go a bit thin, and I always don't feel that comfortable holding such a thin part. But I think if I moved my grip up a little bit to there, I'd probably be okay. It's a little bit thicker there. So there could be something there for some front grippers, but I suspect it's probably middle and rear grippers that is probably going to appeal to the most. Treble 5 champion. Oh, managed to get a treble 20. Definitely nice balance where the scallop is, but I was expecting that anyway. So for you middle grippers, it's got a very nice feel there, and I think the coating actually feels a little bit nicer the way it sits into your fingers there. Seems to cover the arch of your finger a little bit nicer. Oh, treble 5 champion. But think it's one of them darts. It's not going to work for everyone just because it's a slightly strange shape. Well, I managed to get another treble from the middle grip, but yeah, very nice one for middle grippers. I'm going to have to look because it's one of them darts where I need to just make sure my fingers are in the right spot. Sometimes I think when I take my eyes off the board and look down like that though, I think it doesn't help. It takes your focus off the board. Now, for rear grippers, there may be some that are fine with it, so it's like I say, it's just one of them slightly strange shaped barrels that it's kind of hard to be sure if front and rear grippers are going to be happy with it. But like I often say, I'm not a natural rear gripper, so it's definitely going to fly better for you if you are than what I'm throwing it. So, and again, the balance isn't too bad there, so. And the coating as well. It just really feels nice, that coating. So there you go, that's the Loxley Aaron Beeney, the baked Beeney darts. Like I said, what I like about them is that coating, and it just works well with the smooth surface of the dart. Pleasing shape. I think middle grippers probably going to get the best out of it. Not for me as a front gripper, but it's mainly down to my own issue with the thin tapers. It's not so bad feeling when I move up a little bit and get a little bit of the thicker part, so just slightly in front of the scallop. Doesn't feel too bad there. So like I say, some front grippers will be happy with it, but probably one for middle grippers the most. So I'll leave you with the gallery so you can have a closer look at them. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do so, and I'll see you on the next one. Happy darting.